There we are. Guys, we're down to our last few comics. This next comedian coming to the stage, she's been waiting a long time, so please show her some love. Show her some, we're starting to clap. Sabrina Stitches, everybody.
Hello, all two people, including the staff. Two things I'll say just before I start. I'm actually very happy that nobody is left here because this is my first time ever doing this, so there's a lot of little pressure, yes, thankfully. So please laugh at my jokes, otherwise I'll probably never do this again. The other thing is keeping up with everyone's theme. Everyone was saying that they're not from here, they're from somewhere else, somewhere smaller. I'm the opposite. I've lived here for 3 weeks and I am from much bigger. This is the smallest place I've ever lived. So it's just been 3 weeks, so I'm still in that stage where I compare everything to there and here, right? And so I just want to talk about the differences, right? So the first thing is I'm used to walking with a purpose, right? I gotta get to somewhere, I gotta get to the post office, so I'm walking to the post office, right? Or I gotta get to the mall, I got an errand to run, I'm walking to the mall to run my errand. Whereas here, everyone's very relaxed, which is a very refreshing thing. Everyone's very chill, everyone's just loafing around. You guys don't even call them walks here, they're called hikes. Very new concept. I am from a big city. We don't hike there, we walk. Or we take the subway. So hiking is very new to me. The city's also very expensive, so I moved to North Vancouver. Didn't know that was the hiking capital of the world. So people have been asking me so much about hiking, right? And I didn't know it was a thing, so I was really thrown off when people asked me if I did the Chief. I was like, no, I'm not a slut, I have not done the Chief yet. Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see, it's a hiking trail. Still don't know what you're talking about. Move along. And they're like, well, have you done the gross grind? The gross, grouse? No, I have not grinded on anything. I just told you that. Don't know, what are we talking about? Oh, hiking still, okay, cool. It's weird to me because I would never think of walking into the forest willingly and up a mountain. I just learned that it's actually a mountain, willingly, and you're not even allowed to walk down. You gotta take the little sky car thing all the way back down. Really weird concept, really weird concept. The other thing I noticed is, let me give you an analogy. If I had to draw a painting of where I'm from, and here, right? This painting of where I used to live would be really, really colorful, lots of brown, lots of black, lots of purple, just lots of colors that would just look really messy. It would just look like a really weird collage, right? But here, it would just kind of look like pale yellow. And as I was moving here, everyone was like, there's a lot of Asians, but I actually haven't seen that. I've just seen, a normal amount. Everyone was like, I hope you're prepared. I mean, I feel like I am. What's the big deal? I have seen, though, a lot of white people, which is new to me, again, because I'm not from a town where there are a lot of white people, so that's new to me. And I realized, being Latino, I'm actually from Central America, from Nicaragua, and I'm used to dating Caribbean guys or other Latino guys, right? So I noticed there's actually a lot of Spanish-speaking people here, so that's kind of cool. Not a lot of Caribbean guys here. Whatever, I'm open to new things, and a white guy actually asked me out on a date last week, and so I went. It was my first white guy date. And as we're on this date, I noticed that his lips were really small, smaller than I'm used to, and I didn't notice at first until he put on the chapstick, right? So when he put on chapstick, he took it out, and he put it on in one fell swoop, right? And then he removed excess, and I was like, whoa, this is blowing my mind right now, because I put on chapstick on the bottom, then on the top, and then I feel like I missed something, so I go back around in the circle, right? He just did it in one fell swoop. It was the most efficient thing I have ever seen. So I was like, Daniel, that's amazing. Then I got to thinking, because I'm an overthinker, so I was like, I wonder how much money he saves a year on chapstick. It's probably so much, right? So I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna have to marry this guy because with the savings that we save on chapstick, we could probably get an apartment in the city, and then I don't have to hear about all the hikes. Right? Right? So he doesn't know it yet, but that's my future husband right there, all thin-lipped and everything. So that's all my jokes I have for today.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for staying and listening.
Thanks, Sabrina. I'll take it. Don't worry. Sabrina, everybody! Sabrina was talking about dating. My very first date when I moved to Vancouver, the guy asked me if I liked to hike. And I said, sure. And he took me to the Grouse Grind.
Oh.
And I didn't know what it was.
That sounds scary.
That's a piece of shit thing to do to somebody. That's what I think that is. And it's weird. The grind's a weird thing when you're doing it for the first time because you get up halfway and you have like a decision to make, right? You're like, do I keep going? Or do I projectile vomit on an Asian tourist wearing a welding mask and denim? God. Why are they always wearing jeans and not sweating? One guy passed me on the seawall, like recently, in jeans, running. Okay.